In the year 1873, in a remote and gloomy corner of Victorian England, stood St. Althea's Hospital, a medical institution whose name echoed with tragedy and mystery. The stone walls of the hospital, stained by time and neglect, held secrets that few dared to unravel. The young nurse Eliza Montgomery, with her intrepid spirit and desire to serve, arrived on a cold November night, unaware that she was stepping into an abyss of indescribable horror. Eliza had heard rumors of disappearances and strange occurrences at St. Althea's, but had dismissed them as mere superstitions. However, from her first shift, an inexplicable unease began to take hold of her. The hospital corridors, barely lit by the dim glow of gas lamps, seemed to stretch and twist in the gloom. Shadows danced on the walls, taking on grotesque and disturbing forms. One night, while making her rounds, Eliza heard a faint lament coming from the old psychiatric wing, a place the staff avoided whenever possible. Curiosity and duty compelled her to investigate. Upon reaching the door of room 313, a sense of cold enveloped her, and her hand trembled as she turned the knob. Inside, she found a woman with gray hair and glassy eyes, lying in bed with an expression of indescribable terror. The old woman mumbled unintelligible words and pointed to a dark corner of the room. Eliza lit her lantern and directed the beam of light towards the corner, but saw nothing. Yet, a sinister presence seemed to lurk in the shadows, watching her with invisible eyes. Suddenly, the lantern's light flickered and went out, plunging the room into absolute darkness. Eliza felt an unnatural cold, and a guttural whisper echoed in the air, uttering words of warning. "Leave, before it is too late." Terrified but determined, Eliza tried to calm the old woman, but she began to convulse and with a final gasp exclaimed, "The doctor? He comes for our souls." Eliza then remembered the rumors about Dr. Blackwood, a physician who had practiced at St. Althea's decades earlier, known for his macabre experiments and dark practices in search of immortality. Records spoke of patients who vanished without a trace, and of sinister rituals performed in the hospital's basement. Eliza decided she had to uncover the truth and free the souls trapped by Dr. Blackwood's evil. Armed with an oil lamp and the courage that only desperation can bestow, she descended into the dark basements of the hospital. The stairs creaked under her feet, and a foul, cold air enveloped her as she advanced. In the basement, she found a corroded iron door, barely held by rusty hinges. Upon opening it, a stench of death and decay hit her, almost forcing her to retreat. But determination outweighed fear, and Eliza entered Dr. Blackwood's old experiment room. In the center of the room, a stone altar, stained with dried blood, held a reliquary bearing the emblem of a raven, symbol of the doctor's dark pact. Trembling, Eliza took the reliquary and, with supreme effort, smashed it against the floor. An inhuman scream echoed in the room, and a thick shadow emerged from the altar, writhing in agony before dissolving into the air. The lamentations and whispers ceased, and a sepulchral silence invaded the place. With her heart still pounding in terror, Eliza left the basement and the hospital, feeling she had faced and defeated an ancient evil. However, as she looked back, she saw a figure in the window of the top floor, watching her with eyes reflecting the abyss. Eliza knew that although she had managed to free the trapped souls, Dr. Blackwood's spirit still lurked, waiting for its chance to return. Eliza never returned to St. Althea's, but the hospital remained, its dark corridors and unsettling whispers still present, as an eternal testament to the horrors that had occurred there.